Do you also have a really tiny storage space? I do, and I'm in one right now. I am a professional organizer in Amsterdam, and today I'm going to be sharing my storage tips of how to organize and make the maximum out of your tiny storage space so you can fit in as much as possible. My first tip is right here next to me, and it's sorted all the brooms and mops and things of this kind of shape that keeps often falling down, or they're just kind of messy in the corner, and the way they're attached to this wall and they can really easily clip in and clip out are these holders. So this is a packaging of 2, and it's a holders for brooms, mops, etc. And I would recommend it to anyone. It's so easy to just, you know, put it either onto the wall with a plug or just into a wood, even on the back of your door, which clips your mops really nicely, and it prevents them from like moving and dangling around, and it removes them from the floor, so you just use the wall space really efficiently. You can buy them in any of those hardware stores like Gamma, Carvai, Praxis, and I'm sure that you'll find it also in all the small ones. And yeah, it's pretty cheap, like €2, €3, something like that for the pack of 2, and it just makes your life so much easier. My second favorite solution is also next to me on this side, and it actually runs all the way up and it manages to store a lot of things, and it is a flexible shelving system that works on rails, where on the rails you hook these shelf holders, and you can always adjust their height as needed according to what you need to store inside. It's such a good cheap solution. Once you just get a piece of shelf that is made to measure, you can really start using the system very flexibly. It can hold a lot of kilos depending on the size of the holder, and yeah, it's just such a good custom solution for your storage. I just love this system because each of these holders costs about €3. So if you ever need to add to your storage system, if you need to change the size, if I choose to just have one extra shelf in here instead of having things on the top of each other, I can always do that at a very low cost. Plus, every shelf is really strong thanks to those holders, and it can store up to 60 kilos, I think, in this case. So you can see I'm storing a really heavy things in here, and I don't have to be worried about breaking down my wall. The third solution is utilizing the back of your door. And I get asked a lot about how do people store shoes, because they have so many and they always get out of their hallway storage system, and I always recommend these over the door pockets. I know they are not really aesthetical solution, but why does it matter if they are closed inside the door of your storage space? And it's such a fast solution, especially if your storage space is near your front door, like in our case. It's really made our hallways look really tidy. And my last solution for today is quite particular to people who love doing DIY like me. I have a lot of screws and rings and plugs and everything I need to be using in my clients' houses, and this organizer is an absolutely great solution if you really need to store a lot of little things and you need to have a good overview of what you have, and you need to be able to grab it really fast. It's another simple thing that you can get in almost any hardware store or DIY store. I think we bought this one in Gamma. It even comes with labels, but because I keep changing the content of those boxes, I actually don't tend to put labels, and you don't really need it because you really clearly see what you have inside. You can see that I can really store a lot of things. It has a lot of little compartments, some are bigger, some are smaller, and it just provides you with such a good overview. So those are my 4 favorite solutions that really made a difference in our storage. The storage is so tiny that I can't even film to show you how tiny it is. So you just have to believe me And yeah, just know that we are storing a stuff for 2 people with a lot of hobbies and a motorbike gear and a camping gear and a lot of handiwork items. And it also serves as a laundry room, and we still managed to fit everything in really comfortably and very easily to grab. If you like these solutions and you think it's a great and cheap way how to optimize your storage, just keep looking further into my videos, which are tips on organizing, decluttering, and any storage solutions. Thank you!